And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So out now come the Cardinals. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set! 3-19!
3-19! They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Blue 45. Blue.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
So. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he finds Seals Jones complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
You know a team likes you when they make a trade up and then select you, and Breland Speaks found that out from Kansas City. The tackle from Ole Miss made a nice play right there, something that we saw often in college. And who could ever forget that big play made against Mississippi State where he recovered the fumble, a little smile and a wave at the Bulldog bench.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They run with Breida, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. This is Breida. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Mahomes going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Robert Kimdichie Ritchie. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Staying on his feet. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very solid gain of 27. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. In his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 is normally a passing down, but in this case, they decided to give it to their running back, and he did get the 1st down, although not by much.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 40. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Robert Kimdichi's pro day workout, I know it was only shorts, but that's about as good a workout I've seen from a defensive lineman in a long time. Incredible speed, quickness, and power all on display, and he used every bit of that to make that play.
He was such an athlete coming out of high school. I remember calling his bowl game in 2013 in Nashville. They lined him up and handed him the football as a running back. Well, not really a running back, a fullback, but he can just do a lot of things.
No doubt about it. The consensus #1 player in high school when he opted to go to Ole Miss.
And a dump off to White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people on the run.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Here's Breida. Spinning away. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run again with Breida. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. It's brought in by Kevin White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Steps away. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. He is going to find Hill here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
His throw caught right around the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 37. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.